A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Good work there. You're going to see on play action, they run an out route with the receiver on the outside and let the tight end work the seam in the area beyond him. A great concept, and it leads to a first down.
They'll run on first down. Morris. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Well, he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, it's Norris. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Norris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal.
The running game's playing a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Zerline now for the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So this drive spans 7 plays and a 9-yard run on the end of it. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Now Jackson. This is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Draw play. This is Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Jackson. And he is caught. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
And a catch made by Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson from 17 yards out. And the Ravens have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
On his loop for the extra point. And that one gives him a 3-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. after the touchdown. Luke back out to kick this one away. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bills getting set to go. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth. And who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there?
The tight end in motion right. Allen going to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run on first down. Norris. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to him on first down. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Norris. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now 2nd and 3. They run the counter. It's Norris, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up, They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Palmer. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Allen now on the sneak. And he is going to have a Bills first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing now is Allen. And now he's caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman from 10 yards out. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. That is caught, Bateman.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. This Buffalo crowd letting him have it. 3rd down now. Jackson to throw. He'll find Bateman once more. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Jackson connecting with Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. Here's 1st down. Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
43 seconds to play. Here's 2nd down. Throwing. Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here we go, 1st and goal. Off the option, here's Henry. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to cut the lead to 1. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Down to a knee, and that should just about do it. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal, because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.